Hi, everybody. We're here today with the famous John Saunders from the First Seminary. We've been talking a little bit about his recruitment this summer, and he had some pretty good success. And just wanted to invite him to share a few thoughts about how things went that maybe we could learn from him.
Awesome. Where do you want me to start? The beginning?
Start at the beginning.
Awesome. Well, the beginning of the summer, I was assigned to teach at our area meetings, Priesthood and Priesthood Keys. And as I got to thinking about that in my calendar for the summer, I started thinking I need to make that a bigger part of my summer recruitment efforts, because we all put in time. We all visit students. And in years past, my successes weren't very good. And so I knew something had to change. And so I decided to send out something at the beginning of the summer to all of our priesthood leaders, all the bishops and stake presidency. And it was just a simple thing, and rather than me directing them, I wanted them to direct me a lot more. And so I let the bishops know that I was available for anything they wanted me to do, whether ward council or meetings with the youth. And I had some of the bishops take me up on that, and it was great. But more than that, what I decided to do is create a document that I would get all my information from Dynamics, and I would make a weekly report for my bishops. I knew that they could have access to all the information anyway, but they weren't getting it, they weren't using it, and so I decided to make just a simple report every student in their ward that showed up in Dynamics, and what was happening with each of them. In fact, I've got I don't think I have one that I printed off. I should have printed that before, but it's on my computer here. And so simple as can be, I highlighted them with different colors for different where the students were at. It was great, and every week the bishop got his report. I sent it by email. Sometimes I even had a seminary council. I had a seminary council rep for each ward, which really was awesome. And they would deliver it to the bishop, say, "Bishop, here's your weekly report from the seminary." And what started happening was I had bishops calling me, which was awesome, and giving me reports on certain students in the ward, and that never has happened to me, ever, ever, ever.
And you attribute that to just because you're just gently placing the information in front of them.
That's the only difference I had, other than the seminary council rep.
Yeah. So you're not going to them and badgering them, you're just giving them the info.
I just give them the info and make myself available for ward councils and such. And so that was about the only change, and it was awesome. So they started calling me midsummer. Looks like you have a question, no? Comment?
No, I'm good.
Good. And so it was awesome, it was great. When the summer was over, I've never had this. We had 95% of our students already registered before the first day of seminary, which was awesome for us. Normally we have like 60%, and the first day of seminary we're trying to get their registration forms in and get them online and getting registered. So that was a huge success.
So it's about, well, how many students?
We have 148.
Wow.
Last year we had 130.
Wow.
And so it was a really good increase in numbers. So we had that. The first day, this is the thing that shocked me the very most, and I loved it. Very first day of seminary, 2 bishops called me. "Brother Saunders, how did it go? Who do I need to contact?"
So they called you out of the blue?
Out of the blue. I did not even elicit that phone call.
Wow.
And it was awesome. One bishop got right on it. He got to me by lunchtime and said, "I've already talked to so-and-so's parents, and these are the reports. And I'm going to so-and-so's house tonight, and we'll get him in seminary."
So
awesome.
So you used your seminary council.
I did.
And then you did a lot of visiting yourself.
I did, but the neat thing about the visiting this time, it was after the bishop or the ward had already tried. And so they'd already had contact, the young women's presidency, the young men's presidency, other youth from the ward, the seminary council rep. And so by the time I got there, they had already been visited once or twice, or maybe even more.
So it kind of paved the way for
it. It was awesome. So I would go into homes that I never got into in years past. I got into homes whose addresses we didn't even have, that weren't even accurate. It was amazing. A couple of times I got to the house and we went to the computer and we signed them right there up on the computer in their house. Showed them how easy it was, and it was awesome. And the fruits of the labors, I've got classes above 30. I've got a class of 40 plus. And so these are good problems to have. One class is smaller because of the dynamics of the school, but it has been amazing. I love it. But the difference, in my opinion, is the priesthood is directing where I go and who I should visit, and it's just been fantastic.
So just to clarify, you just didn't turn it to the priesthood. You let them exercise their keys, and then you went and got yourself engaged in the process as well.
I did. And I would ask the bishops on a weekly basis, Bishop, who do you want me to visit? And so they started funneling me some of those names.
Did you call them or email them? Or
Email
text them, or
mostly.
what? Yeah.
But sometimes I just showed up when I knew they had ward council. Hey, Bishop, how are you?
So you spent some time on Sundays.
I did. Spent a couple of Sundays, which was awesome.
So what's happened in the community towards the seminary? Do you think the feeling towards the seminary is in the community?
It's a
now?
great question. I think that, well, wherever I go, people know me more.
Really?
And that's been neat. It's been awesome. Even the relationships at the high school have changed because most of them are in the wards in Firth. And so I know them from being in a fifth Sunday lesson that I taught, or I know them from being in a ward council. And those relations have strengthened.
So you live in Idle Falls.
I do.
And you spent some time and you came out on a Sunday, taught a fifth Sunday lesson. Did you speak in sacrament meetings?
I did.
And then went to ward councils and...
Sometimes I even just showed up before ward council and just to say hi. And I was never just invited in. I wasn't forcing myself in. I just wanted to let them know that it's available. And
so what's your calling in the church?
I'm a Sunday school president.
You're Sunday school president. So you can kind of make that work a little bit.
Right. My schedule is kind of open for that.
So, but you still have a family and you still made all that work.
But it was probably only 3 Sundays that I actually, out of the whole summer, where I was making myself available for part of a day.
Would you do that again?
Oh, in a heartbeat. Okay. I think it was awesome.
Very good. That's awesome. Thanks, Brother Saunders, for spending this time with us.
Thank you.
Do you want to just share a testimony about it?
I know that recruiting works. I have had 0 problems for the kids that I've recruited, and that is the first year I can say that. Sometimes I've recruited my problems, and I don't know if it is because of the priesthood direction, but it's been fantastic. They come, for the most part, I've got 2 kids who just really don't come to seminary that I heavily recruited. But other than that, the kids come. The ones I'm worried about, I don't have cell phone issues, I don't have attendance issues, I don't have tardy issues. They come and they're awesome. And so it works. I will do this every year and hopefully improve it. So I can't wait to see others' ideas to help my ideas become better.
Thank you. Thanks for spending time with us.
Thank
today.
you.